This time, we'd like to recognize those receiving the 2015 Lifesaving Awards. We ask the award recipients, as your name is called, to come and to the riser with Wendy, stand with her, and stay there until all the awards are presented today. The Lifesaving Award was established to recognize EMC employees whose courageous and skillful actions were instrumental in rescuing someone from grave and immediate danger. We're proud today to recognize 8 recipients representing 4 member systems for their acts of heroism. Would Brandon Rogers of Cobb EMC please come forward? Loss control specialist Brandon Rogers put his safety training into practice recently when he saved a coworker from choking, thanks to using the Heimlich maneuver training that he was given. Brandon was dining with 3 coworkers when one of them started choking. One member of the group immediately noticed something was wrong and asked the woman if she was okay. She shook her head no, and Brandon immediately jumped into action. A fellow employee spoke to the woman to keep her calm while Brandon performed the Heimlich maneuver and was able to clear her airway. The CPR training that Cobb EMC provides employees is only the foundation for what he did that day. Having the courage to carry out what he learned was a real test of Brandon's bravery. Let's give Brandon a round of applause. Would Glenn Cunningham of Diverse Power please come forward? In August, Lisa Moorman, HR coordinator for Diverse Power, left the break room with a snack and was walking with a coworker to her office. Lisa began eating her snack and immediately started choking. The coworker recognized Lisa's signs of distress and called for help. Business continuity coordinator Glenn Cunningham heard the call for help and immediately came to assist. Glenn recognized that Lisa was choking and administered the Heimlich maneuver. Afraid he might break a rib, Glenn performed the maneuver 3 or 4 times with no result. Lisa began to lose consciousness. Coworkers recognized that Lisa was still not breathing and communicated to Glenn that she was fainting and called 911. Glenn then administered the Heimlich maneuver with additional force, lifting Lisa off her feet. This time the obstruction dislodged and her airway was open. Lisa, although a little shaken up, was able to return to work. She is eternally grateful for her co-workers' quick thinking and especially Glenn's actions, which saved her life. Lisa stated, Glenn's heads up our Safety at Home Committee and is a champion for safety for all of Diverse Power. He saved my life. We are all in good hands with Glenn. Let's give Glenn a round of applause. Would Benjamin Yonke, James Collins, and Darnell Bevel of EMC Security please come forward? Benjamin was at the EMC security office in Suwanee when he heard a car crash nearby. He and his coworkers, James and Darnell, immediately rushed across the street with a first aid kit and fire extinguisher. A lady had been on her morning jogging run when she was hit by an out-of-control car. They immediately realized the woman's leg had been severed and that she would need a tourniquet to stop the bleeding. After Benjamin secured the tourniquet, James and Darnell helped keep the woman's eyes off her injuries as they waited for paramedics to arrive. They kept her calm and let her know that they were taking care of her. When paramedics arrived, they said the quick thinking of these 3 men saved the woman's life. Please join me in a round of applause for Benjamin, James, and Darnell. Would Keith Kirk and Chad Wilkes of Walton EMC please come forward? Another employee is also going to be recognized with this group, Mike Beck, but he could not be with us today. In June, a Walton EMC crew was working storm trouble and driving south on Highway 441 in Madison when they noticed an overturned vehicle on the side of the road. They stopped to see if anyone was in the vehicle. There was a young lady inside that was not moving, and her head was pinned underneath her body. Chad crawled on top of the van and pulled the door open. Keith crawled inside and held her hand to keep her from moving. They then noticed a cut that stretched from her forehead to the back of her head. She could not speak. When the paramedics arrived, Keith secured her neck with a brace they provided. He then placed a blanket over her. The paramedics handed them a gurney, and Mike busted out the front window so they could remove her from the vehicle. Once she was on the gurney, the paramedics transported her to the nearest hospital. Please join me in a round of applause for Keith, Chad, and Mike. Gentlemen, we owe each of you a debt of gratitude for your selfless acts and helping the others who are in need. Your actions save lives, and you're all true heroes. You represent the best of our industry, and all of us are very proud of you. Please join me once again in giving them a round of applause. Thank you. We will now be recognizing those who will receive No Lost Time Awards. The No Lost Time Award is presented to EMCs that have outstanding work habits, resulting in low lost time accidents during the preceding year, September 1st, 2014 through August 31st, 2015. Today we're honored to recognize 9 member systems for this accomplishment. When your name is called, please come forward to receive your plaque. Upson EMC, 7 consecutive years, Neil Trice, President and CEO. Carroll EMC, 5 consecutive years, Tim Martin, President and CEO. Habersham EMC, 4 consecutive years, Jonathan Cantrell, President and CEO. Mitchell EMC, 4 consecutive years, Tony Tucker, President and CEO. Georgia Transmission Corporation, 2 years, Jerry Donovan, President and CEO. Coastal Electric Cooperative, 1 year, Whit Hollowell, Chief Executive Officer. That's great, Chris. Thank you. Oconee EMC, 1 year, Marty Smith, President and CEO. Planters EMC, 1 year, Matt Brinson, General Manager. And Walton EMC, 1 year, Ronnie Lee, President and CEO. Please join me in congratulating each of these EMCs on their No Lost Time Awards. The next recipients do not need to come forward. They've already or will soon receive their certificate, but we do want to recognize EMCs that have completed our safety accreditation programs. We want to recognize one system that has completed NRECA's Rural Electric Safety Achievement Program, which is also known as RESAP, over the past year, and that's Georgia Transmission Corporation. Congratulations. We also want to recognize the EMCs that went through the Electric Cooperative Safety Accreditation Program of Georgia, or EXAP. That's the program that we began here in the state a few years ago. When I call your name for your EMC, if a representative would please stand. Canucci EMC, Coweta Fayette EMC, Diverse Power, Flint Energies, Georgia Systems Operations Corporation, Georgia Transmission Corporation, Grady EMC, Habersham EMC, Jefferson Energy, Middle Georgia EMC, Okmulgee EMC, Oconee EMC, Rail EMC, /Pine EMC, Southern Rivers Energy, and Tri-County EMC. Thank you all. Congratulations. Both of these programs are an organized analysis of a cooperative safety and loss control program that measures overall effectiveness. Management's role and commitment to achieve and maintain high safety standards for the protection of their employees and the communities that they serve is critical to ensuring a credible safety program. Congratulations again to all of you on your safety accreditation.